Okay, so it's about 9 p.m. in the evening. Normally, I don't make YouTube videos at this time. Normally, I've done them by now, but I had some other things to do today. So here I am. Here I am. So, when does no contact not work with your ex-girlfriend? No contact does not work with your ex-girlfriend on certain occasions. So let's delve into some of the reasons. The first one is when she really wasn't that attracted to you in the first place. So, you know, if a woman is attracted to you, then, or she was attracted to you and then attraction dropped and then that caused her to end the relationship, which is probably the most common occurrence for when a woman dumps a man. Absence can make the heart grow fonder. So if you stop talking to her and you give her space and time, eventually she's going to start to miss you, and that may lead her to reach out. But if she was never that attracted to you in the first place, then she is quite possibly not ever going to reach out, and no contact will not work. If her attraction to you was always like a 3 out of 10 at best, and then maybe you were a rebound, maybe she maybe is one of the women who there are both genders have people who aren't the best people, and maybe, I don't know, she liked you for superficial reasons. Maybe you were bringing something to the table, something physical to the table or something tangible to the table, and you could no longer bring that to the table. Maybe that means that now she doesn't want to be with you, and she won't reach out. No contact's going to have little to no effect. So that's a reason. She was never that attracted to you in the first place. No contact might not work. Another reason no contact might not work is because you're not doing it properly, in the sense that you're not sticking to it. You need to stick to no contact. No contact means no contact. It doesn't mean, oh, I'll quickly text her tonight and then it all counts. No, you need to go at least 2 weeks of no contact after the breakup, as in zero contact. You can't just message her for this, just message her for that, because otherwise you are not giving her time to miss you. How can she miss you if you're there every day? And also, you're not respecting the decision she made to break up with you. It's like, oh yeah, you broke up with me, but I'm still going to talk to you every day. I'm still going to act like the relationship is still on. No. If you talk to her during no contact, there is a big chance no contact is not going to work. You need to disappear from her life for at least 2 weeks. And ideally, you only break no contact when she reaches out. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Now, obviously, if you have kids with her or you're still living together, then that's when you do minimum contact, and you only talk about what's absolutely necessary about, looking after the kids, arrangements to do with that, or maybe, house issues or house problems or house related topics. Outside of that, no contact. You don't talk about anything personal. You keep it polite and cordial. That's fine. It's not going to help her, get back with you, but it's not going to particularly harm it either. And you're just doing what you can in that situation. But no contact might not work if you're not sticking to it. And the last one is you're doing no contact, but you're communicating desperation. So what I mean by that is, yes, you're not talking to her. That's great. But on social media, you're posting heartbreak statuses. On social media, you're going out of your way. You're being too bait. You're saying, oh, look at me. I'm having such a social life. You're doing things that are completely out of character. Yes, when you're doing no contact, you want to communicate that you're living your life. And again, let me just make sure this is clear. You're not doing no contact for her. You're doing it for yourself. And as a byproduct of you doing it for yourself, she's probably going to reach out at some point. That's the premise of no contact. It's about you. You can't do it for someone else, because if she doesn't come back, you're going to be in a worse off position emotionally. If you do no contact for yourself, If she comes back, you win. If she doesn't, you still win. So, but either way, back to the main topic, with no contact. So if you're posting social media posts that are doing things completely out of character, or you're posting about, women are this and women are that, and how you put your heart out on the line, you did everything in the relationship and she ended it with you. If you're making posts like that, but you're doing no contact, it's not going to work. She's not going to reach out, because she's like, yeah, you're not talking to her, but you're still communicating to her through your social media posts. When a woman breaks up with you, you might be absolutely heartbroken. I've been through it. It's not nice. Can't eat, can't drink, can't sleep, always thinking about her. But you want to be, it's hard, I know. And in many instances, you might be perfectly justified to think how you're thinking. Maybe you were not treated in the best way possible. But what you want to be projecting is a man on his missions, on his goals, and a man who is indifferent to the situation. A level of indifference. Not say you don't care, but a level of indifference. So if you're communicating through your social media posts that you are hurt, or you are trying to do things that are completely out of character, then that is when no contact may not work. So those are 3 reasons why no contact may not work. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.